Okay, here we are on October, 2024. It's unseasonably warm. You can see that sun thing in the distance. Today we're going to go out to Dewatto from Belfair towards Tahuya, Dewatto. It's quiet little twisty roads and not a lot of traffic, so let's start her up. All right, underway. Starting out on Sand Hill Road, comes off Highway 300 or North Shore Road in Belfair. Sand Hill tees into Bear Creek Dewatto Road, which I think I've gone by on one of my other little cruises that was from Bremerton or Belfair to Bremerton. Bear Creek Dewatto cuts off the left side of that road. It goes up into the hills, so this tees into it, and we'll join that in a little while. Ahead of us you can see the Olympics. Beautiful day for a ride today. It's 71 degrees and, as you can see, just stunning. Entering Tahuya State Forest. Tahuya State Forest also has ATV trails. Last few times I've been through here, I've come across ATV popping out onto the road off a trail. So you kind of got to watch for them. And where they pop across the road, they also leave a trail of debris, stone, dirt, little rocks, whatever. You got to watch out for those, especially if you're on a turn. And you got to watch out for the guys that just bolt right across the highway, the roadway. It's just they pop up off the median and jump the road and back into the trails. There's a women's correction facility up here. Do not pick up hitchhikers, they say. I don't think I've ever seen a hitchhiker along here, so not too many escapees. Okay, what are they doing here? Some utility work. Guess they're done for the day. Oh, that's a pretty cool view. We're continuing on Sand Hill Road. We just changed camera angle a little bit, trying out some new stuff. It's not a 360 sort of setup, it's just a stick zip tied to my panniers. Pannier rack and top box. Hopefully it's not too bouncy. Brum, 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 brum. All right, now we're turning left on Bear Creek Dewatto Road. All right, next we'll turn up on Gold Creek. Road. Take a right here. Heads towards Camp Union. Couple of bikes out today. It's just such a nice day to go riding. Again, you can see the Olympics in the distance a little bit, maybe. Oh, my head's in the way. That's not it's not good. I didn't think about that. I'll squat down next time. Lake that's called next to us here. It's just a small lake. It's a paddle boat lake or small electric engine lake. No gas motors, no wake zone. Really nice quiet little area. So not a lot of homes along here. There's not been much change throughout the years. These are people that like their peace and quiet and a little bit of solitude. Tahuya Lake Drive. Not really a turn, just a continuation of the same road. I think my camera angle changed. Hit a bump and it changed. Yes, it did. There it goes. It's going downhill quick. I'll be filming my ass in a minute. Okay, we had a little stop at the new Camp Union Saloon. Did not have a beer. Just stopped to change camera locations. Today we're out on the Triumph Tiger 800 XRT. It's a 2019 model. I've gone from a couple of different attachments here. This guy, to try and just get a forward view. I'm on makeshift stick with zip ties and a selfie stick. We'll continue on from here down Camp Union Road, I think we're on. We come up to Seebeck Holly Road. We take a left up the road here. Standing there for a minute. It's a 72-degree day. Oh. Got a little air in. Probably could have taken out the liner in the jacket. Yes, I still could put it in a top box, but once we get going, cool off a bit. Here I am griping about 72 degrees. Alright, we're taking a left on Seebeck-Holly Road towards Holly. That way's towards Seebeck. This way's toward Holly. Holly's a quiet little town. Well, town. Just houses there. There's no store. There's no post office, I don't think. I think there's just a community center. You know, they got a swimming pool, basketball court, tennis court, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to chop out the boring bit here. Get on with it. Okay, we're coming towards Holly. Still on Seebeck-Holly Road. Kind of dips down to sea level. Just beautiful ride along here, though. Canopy of trees. Trees are starting to turn. Some of them just go straight to rust looking. A lot of maples turning already. Another bike. Wow, it's just a bike kind of day. A motocross one-off bike. Cross tour, whatever they want to call them nowadays. See, we're right down on the Hood Canal level now. Go past Dewatto Road down towards Holly. That's Dewatto Road we want to take there. It says no outlet. Basically, this is just a small community with deer. Hello, deer. Watch out for the deer. Don't want to bump into one of those. This is Holly. There's no, like I said, no post office, no store, nothing like that. It's just a community. It's a nice community. It's quiet. This is a dead-end road. There's just some really nice, quiet spots out here. Their clubhouse. See if we can go down there and turn around in their car park. Can't remember if there's enough room to, well, there's enough room for a bike, I imagine. It's just, I don't want to pull onto someone's spot and it not be appreciated or allowed. Yeah, it looks like there's a nice little spot to turn around. The Olympic Mountains and foothills. Local traffic only, no turnaround. Well, I'm on a bike, so let's stop here and get a view, huh? The water looks just beautiful today. Alright. Enough for Holly. Oh. I think a big old bug splatter on the windscreen. Oh, Dewatto Road. There it is. So this one weaves its way back down to Mason County. Right now we're in Kitsap County. But it weaves its way back down to Belfair Dewatto Road. This is just Dewatto Road. But no markings. Not a really wide road by American standards. And hardly ever any traffic. We've done this run in our minis with my classic mini club. That's a lot of fun. I like this guy. Out for a ride. running into a few bugs today, and I think they're termites. They're kind of stupid flyers. They just flutter around everywhere. And I think that's what made a mess on my windscreen. One time we did this run with a mini club, and one of the guys got back to our end of tour brewery stop, which was Ben Vine Brewery in Belfair, and he said, "Can we do that again? Can we do that again?" He's just all excited. He lives over in West Seattle, where it's street, light, coffee shop, street, light, coffee shop. It's just so in town. It's mostly residential where he lives, but it's just so busy. And there's just so many lights, and there's so many four-way stops and all that kind of stuff. And this drive, I think, has a couple of stops total. He was so elated when we got to the brewery, and that he wanted to go and do it again. I said, well, maybe next year we'll do another one. So I try to do this at least once a year with the mini guys. And it's a nice spot for a bike ride. At least if you go off the road, the trees will stop you. Yeah, quickly. Kind of like falling off a roof. It's not the fall that kills you. It's a sudden stop at the end. Alright, we come down the road here into Mason County. We turn on Bear Creek Dewatto Road. This takes us back towards Belfair. Via a couple of roads. Today we'll take Bear Creek for a little bit. That sort of goes in a big circle to where we came off Sand Hill onto Bear Creek Dewatto. But instead of that, we will turn early. We'll take a right onto Elfendall Pass, which is again a nice twisty little road. Well, it says 15 miles an hour. They're kind of serious in some of these turns. If you're not ready for it and there's some debris on the road, you could get a little sideways. Squiggly road sign with only a few holes in it from gunshots. I think this is one of the drifters' favorites right here. There's a few drift marks on the road. Ooh, that sign that hit with a good gauge something. Heavy gauge gun. So what did you do on Saturday? Oh, went out shooting signs in Dewatto. Must be new. It's got no holes in it. That one's got a Band-Aid on it. On a sport bike, so don't take these corners as quick as some guys might. And there's debris on the roads often, so kind of don't lean out too much. Alright, we come up to Elfendall Pass. Zinfandel Pass zigzags down to North Shore, like I said earlier. Another tree-lined, twisty road, just a little more flat. It's a gradual slope down to Belfair Tahuya Road that it crosses, and it continues from there down to North Shore Road, or Highway 300. Bit of a swamp, no alligators. Ooh, look out, road. Kinda gotta be careful along this stretch. There's a lot of the trails that pop out with ATV junk all over the road. More swamp. And more swamp. We're coming up to Belfair Dewatto Road, Belfair Tahuya Road, sorry. This intersection, every time I come near it, by it, across it, brings up a sad memory. Motorcycling has always been fun to me. I've always enjoyed commuting, just joyriding, but this intersection right here, that stop sign, the one opposite it, were removed one March morning, and my brother came up this way on this road with his fiance on the back of a bike that I sold him, and those stop signs had been removed. So he came up this road doing probably a little over the speed limit. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do over 35, but went right across the intersection, got hit by a Jeep Cherokee doing the speed limit. He was doing 50 on Belfair Tahuya. They totally T-boned him and Tracy, and he went to the hospital and she didn't make it. She passed on the scene there. It's just a reality every time I go through this intersection, and I come out this way often because it's just such a beautiful ride, and that's what Glenn was out for. My brother was out for a ride, and nice Sunday, March 8th day. You know, it's sometimes in those days you get just such nice days like today. Almost middle of October, and it's just a beautiful 70-something degree day. So he went for a ride and ended up in hospital. Now, for the stop sign and the kids, we presume, that stole them, nothing came of it. No one was found. It's one of those things that, you know, street signs get stolen here and there. Just stealing a stop sign, though, on a cross intersection like that is brutal. So I went up, I was in Florida when that accident happened, and I flew back home. I was in Florida going to Bike Week and Daytona and all that good stuff. On vacation down there with my family. I flew home that night. My dad had called me at an ungodly time of day, which he never did. Called me and said, "Hey, your brother's in hospital." And I got up here and found out that what had happened, the street signs had been taken, and my brother didn't know until I got to the hospital later and told him, I think. He was under the belief that he just ran a sign and got hit. Didn't know how it happened or why or whatever. Turns out it totally wasn't his fault. He was, I think, blaming himself for the incident, but it was not his fault. For once, you know, being a biker, some guys are idiots and they want to just go harebraining around everywhere. get in trouble, but he was pretty calm, and he was legal. You know, they both had helmets on, they had probably had gear on, you know. Yeah, he did. He remember telling me he had to have his boots cut off him, and jacket. So I told him, yeah, it's not your fault, man. You're get that load off you at least. So anyway, sorry to end out like that, but now I'm coming down to North Shore Road, which I've done on a previous tour, and I'll probably end it here. Like I say, sorry to drag in sorry bike stories, but it's a reality we all face. We've got to watch out. We've got to be vigilant. We've got to know where we're going. We've got to be safe. We have to look out for the other guy. That's 100% of the time. Be aware. Well, thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe and like. Ride safe.